I'm going to take you through how we create the thought leadership content, the articles, and the social media content. The first thing is setting up the brand guide. The interview helps us fully understand your business by asking key questions. I'll show you the questions in a moment. And then also we have content samples, which we can add in that will analyze the tone and style, and it will be used as reference for future content creation. Here is the brand guide summary, which is created following the interview. This is for my company. ASN Consulting specializes in business growth consulting for service-based businesses, coaches and consultants. ASN Consulting creates sustainable growth strategies. Do you understand that growth isn't about numbers, it's about creating systems that sustain success? Exactly, spot on. That's the kind of strategic thinking that builds industry leaders. Your focus on aligning marketing with core business goals shows true strategic vision. That's how you create lasting impact, not just short-term goals. And then it's got information about the target audience. I had to, and the clients will go through these questions. What is the name of the business? Where is it headquarters? And then it's got information here. Who is the founder or founders of the company? Share brief background. Who is the current CEO? How long have they been in this role? What is the core mission, vision of the company? Can you provide a brief history of the company? Who are your primary target customers or audience segments? What are the main products or services that you offer? What is your company's unique value proposition? Can you describe your company culture and values? So it's a really in-depth interview. So this creates the brand guidelines. And as I was explaining, this is all about creating content that is unique. We can't get away from the use of AI. Obviously you can, just don't use it. But what I mean by that is AI, automation, tech, whatever you want to call it, has been around for a very long time. It's going to be used increasingly by business. But where this process that I'm going to show you really is unique compared to what people are doing at the moment is that with ChatGPT, for example, it's just pulling from the same source data, the whole of the internet, right? It's just pulling from that data. What this system is about is making sure that even though it's still pulling from that data, which is like general knowledge to a certain extent, once we use a system like this, but the unique part is the actual voice, the insights, the experience of the founder or owner who's creating that thought leadership content. The next thing that we have is Trendmaster. So with Trendmaster, based on the different preferences that have been given, we've got the trending ones here as far as articles are concerned. And then we've got relevant to the business. So if I click into this one, for example, it's going to provide a little excerpt of the article. We've got the hashtags and source of where this article was pulled from. These are content ideas that can be used to create an article. So what I'm going to do now is show you how the article is created. We've got to imagine that at the moment, that title is one of these titles that's shown up here. And then we're going to pick which kind of content type we're going to create. Is it a press release? Is it thought leadership content? Or is it company news? We're publishing it to an external blog, the ASN website, for example, and then all of these categories that already exist within the website. And then we've got the mode of the interview. So we can do a quick one for instant results, or we can use high quality to ensure uniqueness through a brief interview. We're doing a high quality one. It's already putting what the overall topic of the article is. Then we're going to go through here, picking the main focus of the content, the narrative style, and you can already see that it's selected here from what I showed you before, the brand voice as well. We're going to pick the main focus for the content. We're going to make sure it's first person, me speaking directly to the audience. The brand voice has been selected as case theme. Then we've got the theme and style. We'll be picking conversational, and then the length. So there's different lengths of the article, from really short all the way up until really in-depth articles of over 1,500 words. And then we've got interview style. So is it going to be structured? That means that it's already got its set question. It's going to be adaptive. So it's going to change its questions based on the answers that it's received. And then we've got conversational, which is really amazing to have the AI journalist ask the question and then the client answering back as if they're having a real conversation. So here we're going to go with adaptive. It's going to come up now with the topic, which is social media as a strategic business asset. I'll explore how digital platforms have evolved from follower-focused metrics to strategic business assets that build meaningful communities, create feedback loops, and align with core business values. Then it's got the strategic insights here, the shift from chasing followers to building relevant communities that reflect your business values and goals, how digital credibility now comes from alignment, intention, and consistency rather than audience size, target tone, conversational, authentic, and practical with a focus on real-world application rather than theoretical concepts, friend expert voice that speaks directly to business owners. Absolutely perfect. This is going to allow me to have a link sent to the client, and the client will click on that link and they'll just go through those questions either through typing or they will go through those questions speaking into a microphone. In this adaptive interview, questions will appear one at a time, allowing you to focus fully on your responses. There may also be follow-up questions based on your answers for a more tailored experience. I'm just going to show you all that is happening for this. So right now, we've got the first question. For the purposes of this demo, I'm going to get ChatGPT to answer the question. So here it says, act as case Dean and answer these questions. Copying and pasting the first question in. So absolutely, for me, strategy before tactics, and anybody who knows me knows this is what I'm saying all the time. Strategy before tactics, always. It isn't just a phrase, it's the anchor that holds everything together, especially when it comes to social media. This principle is vital. Here's what I mean. Most small businesses start posting on social media because they feel like they have to. They get told things like you've got to be visible or consistency is key, so they jump in and start posting every day. Tips, selfies, quotes, whatever comes to mind. But without a strategy, what usually happens? No real engagement, no leads, and eventually burnout. It becomes a noisy chore, not a meaningful part to growth. What we really want to happen here is that it's the person speaking either through voice or through typing directly to the system, so it pulls in those direct insights. And it doesn't have to be perfect at all. Right? It doesn't need to be a polished production level answer. It just needs to be their answer in the way they speak. Okay, so let's just go through these questions. So we're coming to the end of the interview process. That was question 12. And now it's going to process a few responses, extracting key insights, aligning with strategy, drafting article content, enhancing for maximum impact. So now it's got the article, social media as strategic business asset. Most small businesses start posting on social media because they feel like they have to. They get told things like you've got to be visible or consistency is key. So they jump in and start posting every day. Tips, selfies, quotes, whatever comes to mind. But without a strategy, what usually happens? No real engagement, no leads, and eventual burnout. Those were the words that were given to it. So it's used that within the article. This was a tool that I got from an SEO expert called Matthew Woodward, and it's going to analyze the article to improve its quality to give it a better chance of ranking in Google. It's had an assessment and it's given it a category, financial security, business advice. Then it's gone through a summary. Overall score is 85 out of 100. Quality level is strong. Critical issues, limited inclusion of external authoritative sources. So it's going to give issues that it's saying the article is missing certain things that really make it a valuable article. Down here we've got recommendations, enhance EEAT through inclusion of author credentials, industry data and external references, develop more specific implementation guides with measurable success metrics, tighten structure with consistent section formats, and balanced content depth. And then it's got a checklist of stuff. So over here, I've created a comprehensive content quality report for the social media strategy article based on Google's search quality rating guidelines. The report evaluates the content across multiple dimensions, including purpose, factors, content quality, and user value. what I have here is Claude to ChatGPT SEO article rewrite prompt. So I've got the article that was created following an interview. I've put it through the quality rater, and now I'm going to give ChatGPT both the original article and the recommendations and ask it to come up with a revised post based on the recommendations. Here's a revised version of your post with a tighter structure, a more conversational tone, and added practical guidance, all within a 1,000 word limit. How to stop posting just for attention and start using social media to grow your business. Now I'm going to go to Canva and create the featured image for the article. We're going to ask ChatGPT to help a little bit with keyword density. And we're also going to look at meta descriptions. So we're going to move over to the website now and just prepare that. Make sure it's in a URL. We're also going to create that meta description as well. We're going to add the new social image, featured image, I should say. Okay, so that process is complete. The article is now on the website. So the last step now is to use this prompt to create a LinkedIn post about the article with a link to the article. New article alert: how to use social media to grow your business without burnout. If social media feels like a time sink that gives little back, this one's for you. In this article, I break down how to stop posting just to stay visible and start using social media in a way that helps your business grow. Here are 5 takeaways from the article. Focus on starting conversation, not chasing likes. Build a simple 3-part content system around your offer. Use social media to test ideas before investing time or money. So this article has now been published, and once it's published, we can now use it to create social media posts based on the article's content. This is the social suite where we create, manage, and analyze posts from one central place. And over here, I'm going to create a new AI post, and we're going to select an existing article, how founders build brands. Then we're going to select the different channels that we're posting to: LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and Blue Sky. Then we're going to choose a narrative style, first person, my brand voice. We're going to choose which kind of theme and style that we're using. So we're going to go with conversational, and we're going to go here with medium. Here you can see it's saying analyzing long form article, accessing trending post database, matching content, crafting posts, optimized for platform impact. We've got a LinkedIn post. This is not to promote the article. This is just a standalone social media post. So start at the top of the week with a post in LinkedIn with a link through to the article, and then every following day we could have a social media post through to that full article, or we could change the CTA. But here, for each one of the platforms, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, it's going to change the way the text is formatted. You're going to see a lot more emojis, for example, and no emojis for LinkedIn, but more emojis on Facebook and Instagram. Social media stopped being about attention. It became about alignment. Most businesses chase metrics that don't matter. They track likes while missing signals. They count followers while missing feedback. But high growth companies understand social media isn't a broadcast channel, it's a strategic asset. The shift happens in stages: visibility, credibility, community, growth. Each stage requires different thinking. So this is all off the back of an article being chosen and an interview, and we've created all of this content. We can go ahead and obviously we can change the post, tidy it up, whatever might be needed. But the process we're talking about here is taking a focused amount of time based on that complete interview and then creating content for our clients, which is going to be posted out on their behalf on a regular basis while they're tending to business. This is the link to the article that was just created, putting it back into the system. This article presents a comprehensive framework for using social media strategically to grow a business without the exhaustion of daily posts or the distraction of chasing follower counts. Written by business growth consultant Case Dean, the content challenges conventional wisdom about social media marketing and offers a more sustainable, connection-focused approach. At its core, the article argues that effective social media marketing hinges on generating meaningful conversations rather than accumulating likes or followers. We can pin any kind of content, whether it's an article, YouTube video, it could be another blog post. We use that to get even more content ideas. So that's the whole summary. So if clicking up here now for content ideas, tailored ideas coming your way, analyzing pin. The pin was the article that was given to the system, the URL, accessing trending posts, database, matching content, crafting content ideas. Here you can see that it's generated these content ideas. These can become articles. We can create a social media post. And the work that we do in the beginning with a client to work out their brand voice and their content pillars, and through one interview per month, allows us to create a wealth of content for them without them having to lift a finger. If you would like to find out more about how we can do this for your business or for your clients, just get in contact with us and we can start a conversation about how this will look for you. Thank you for your attention, and I look forward to speaking to you soon.